It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Mr. Muhammad said he got a companion. He got alongside the captain, the Hall of Famer, the author, Ring Magazine. And also make sure you guys, if you guys want to support Captain Leon Muhammad, go to Silent Heroes, SILENTHEROS on Cash App. Now, Mr. Muhammad, I screenshotted something that I want to read to you and tell
Yes,
me
sir.
your thoughts.
Yes, sir.
It says, quote, I hate that nowadays you have to put shit on social media. Look, I am single, so please stop saying I'm married because I never been married or where my wife at. End quote, Terrance Crawford.
Read that again, friend. If I respond.
I hate that nowadays you have to put shit on social media. Look, I am single, so please stop saying I'm married because I never been married or where my wife at.
Well, Fred, I'm gonna say this. I can't speak for Terrance Crawford. I don't know the laws in Omaha, Nebraska. I've only been there a couple of times to Malcolm's birthplace. But what I will say, if you're not married, then if you're going around making baby from this girl, that girl, it's still sad if that went down. I haven't heard it. I know no proof, but I know he got a bunch of children. So if you're not married, so you got all these children by one woman, if that's true, what the press is saying and what he said, then somebody's telling a lie, whether it's Crawford or the press trying to make him look bad. I don't personally know, but what I will say, if it's true that he's not married, then he has a right to tell people stop saying that.
Right.
But he also got to stop giving these girls babies, if that's true. And you said that he said he had a baby on the side other than his children's mother.
Right.
So what is his children's mother? His side piece? I'm responding, Terrance, to what you said on social media. Now, you just read it to me, but he said he never been married. So that means he got babies by two different women?
Yes.
So that means you got no respect for the one that got the most of your children. You had a baby about another girl. So where's the respect at? Now you got a sister, little brother, and you got nieces and nephews. Talk to me. So you know, Fred, they're going back. If you ain't trying no better, you won't do no better.
Right.
I'm living, but it is what it is.
Nah, you're right.
When he put it out there, people's gonna respond to it.
Mm-hmm.
He put it out there. I ain't put it out there. So my response is that it's like a lot of even my nephews got babies here and got babies there. Why would you do that? You see what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Next question, brother.
Yeah, I think that Terrance Crawford did more harm than good with that quote because now you're minimizing the mother of your kids. Now you're
Thank you,
basically
Johnny.
saying,
Thank you, brother. Brother, of course. All right, brother. You okay? Yeah. Yeah. All I need now is a Coca-Cola. Bring me a Coca-Cola. Or some water. Thank you, Johnny. All right. So, and you right, man. He did more harm than help.
Yeah, yeah. And let me preface this conversation. When Terrence, I mean not when Tank Davis disrespected his woman, he said that his wife was overweight. Nigga, I laid into Tank Davis, man. You don't talk about the mother of someone's kid. You just don't do stuff like that. When the guy overseas did the same thing. I didn't I don't like that, man, because people have preferences. You don't have to sleep with the person that the other person chose to sleep with. And once a woman bears a man's child, I think they're off limits, right? You don't disrespect them. So I use my platform to aid Terrence Crawford in the disrespect of what I thought was his wife, and I would do it again. And this conversation ain't about her or her weight or anything like that. This is about integrity of a man. Like when you have kids out there, you can't go on the internet and say I'm single because now it leaves stuff to question. Like did this child break up your marriage? Oh, excuse me, you wasn't married. You're home. Are you having a midlife crisis? You know, like he wasn't in camp with
What you
Keyshawn.
say? Well, you funny. What you say? A midlife crisis. You
Terrence
funny
having a
too.
midlife crisis, man. Like he's like, man, they like me now. Back then they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Like he's having a midlife crisis, man. He
Hey,
ain't that.
baby.
I don't think he was the guy that was liked. And
Well,
and I could see it all in his actions. You know why? Because the men that are liked, they have better communication skills. The men that are liked greet people where they're at. Terrence Crawford greets people where he wants them to be. There's a big
you
difference.
know, T-Fan, I ain't never had no problem out of him.
Me neither. I ain't had no problem with him. But
Because see, I'm in a different market than a lot of guys that be around here. I'm in a different market.
mm,
They know me. We had problems at first before we got cool with the Hank Lundy fight. They came at Hank. And I said, oh no, that's not going to happen in New York or Philadelphia. Hank is from Philadelphia. They'll tell you that they cool with me. Hold up. I love Coach Red, him, Bomac, and his mother and grandmother. But we started off rocky because they came at Hank Lundy. And I'm going to let that happen because Hank is from Philadelphia.
I just think it's just a lack of integrity, man. Like,
Hey,
cause
how about good? Hey, it goes back. If you're taught no better, you won't do no better. And the people and the team you got around.
right.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
you know, and he's blessed. He bought a gym down there, and then you let everybody train there free.
That's beautiful.
That's good.
Yeah, it is. Very much so.
But you can't you got to do right all the time. Not sometimes.
Yeah, you ain't gonna beat Canelo being a man of the street though. You ain't gonna do it. You're not gonna do. You're gonna have to be completely committed. And let me say this: I saw a video of Terrence Crawford shadowboxing. He looked overweight. Like this is the first time in my life I've seen Terrence Crawford overweight. He looked flat-footed. He looked slow. I was like, damn, I've never seen that before. So I don't know, man. I think this new Terrence Crawford
Hey, Pop.
is is blinded by those Canelo lights, is blinded by them Turkey out sheet lights, and he's doing himself a disservice by detaching himself from being a father. Don't disrespect the mother of your kids. Say you're a father, man. Like I'm a father and I take care of my family. Like you don't separate yourself from the mother of your kids, man.
Fred,
Maybe I'm just built different because I
hey,
don't have
Fred,
any. Yes, go ahead.
you got to understand, your parents come from the South.
Mhm.
It's in your generation to do what is right towards women. I'm not saying Terrence's mother, I love his grandmothers. But you got to understand, if you ain't taught no better, you won't do no better. We can beat around this all day long.
Right, right,
But
right,
the bottom line,
right,
friend, you and your lovely wife can give Link and his sister all the wisdom, but it's up to them to carry it out as
right.
they get older.
Absolutely.
It's up to them. It's up to them.
I couldn't agree
Your
with you
wife,
more.
your wife can teach her, your daughter, but she can still go out and get a nut boyfriend when she's 18, 19, 21, and 22.
Agreed.
So you can only hope and pray that they listen as you raising them
Right,
and they take heed.
right. They take heed. Right, right,
You see what I'm saying?
right.
So that's what I'm saying to you. Next question, brother. But I'm gonna eat good for my birthday with you.
Now
Next
that you
question.
got this information, how do you think he'll do versus Canelo? Does it
Fred,
change or?
it changes. Let me say this, Fred. When you're not certain, when you, and let me clarify something before I go where I want to go. Bowmaster, I love you, big brother. Get your ass in shape. Me and you got to get in them gyms, including myself. Coach Red, you know I love you. Take your student Terrance Crawford, get him somewhere and keep him focused. This could be the last hoorah. Do your best. September 13th. May Allah bless you to be victorious. But you guys got a tall mountain to climb. Make sure your fight is focused. Keep him quiet with the press. Keep the press away from y'all. Y'all stay focused. And I wish him well, man. And Fred, I think from what you telling me, Fred, he's fat. I think Father Time already grabbed it.
He's not fat. Nah, 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 nah. Let me just say,
No, I
he's not
don't
fat.
mean
He's the
fat, fat.
biggest I've ever seen him. I saw him shadow boxing, and I'm gonna watch
I'm
everything I can.
understand.
Yeah.
I'm listening to what you're saying. Let
Right.
me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
He put on weight that he shouldn't have put on.
No. Right.
Hear me out. He should let the weight comes day by day, a few weeks as we get closer to the fight, let it ease on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put it on. And then he should have brought in Mackie Cheststone or Tim Hall, the guy that Holyfield had, Mackie Cheststone. He's still around. That's who Michael Spinks had for Larry Holmes. You go up, you come down, you get your body ready where it can carry that weight. We carried 201 pounder against Larry Holmes, fight 1 and 204, fight 2, because our body was structured. So, Fred, I'm looking at this fight. Father Time could grab both of them, and we get a draw or we get a bump head, no contest.
Right.
Fred, this fight is a major fight.
It is.
But is it going to be a major fight? There go the problem, Fred. Announcing a major fight and it being a major fight, Fred, that don't mean nothing.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying, brother?
Right.
So what I'm saying to you, Fred, is that there's something wrong. I didn't say that. I heard some from one of my friends who has a grandson that goes to the free gym down in Omaha. He don't like what he see. He don't really know them. His grandson goes there because he drives truck, and his grandson goes there in that area. So he don't really know the team down there. He respect them, and some of the guys know that he with me, and that he's a New York guy. He just married a girl in that area, but they know he with me, and he with number 12. But what I will say, Fred, is that you just made a good point. You just made a good point, Fred. And Fred, from what you telling me, from what he getting on the press and social media, online saying, I don't think he really focused, Fred.
I don't think so either, because that's not even a conversation you should be having with 6 kids.
So he got 7 kids now, 6 but the one girl,
Yeah,
and
7.
one on the outside.
Yeah.
Now he brought that up.
That's what I'm saying. Like everything I'm responding to has come out of his mouth. Like, see, now he has a problem because the world ain't gonna view him as a man now. And that's what he's always been to us. As a man with
See,
high
Fred,
character, high
see,
value.
Fred,
Don't
yeah,
drink, don't smoke. Go
but
ahead.
Fred, see, God like me and you respond to him, but the hang-overs, the hoochie mamas, they don't care what he do. They
Right,
just hanging on.
right, right,
You see what I'm saying?
right,
So that's that, I wish him well.
right,
May Allah bless him and his whole team.
right,
It is what it is. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say before we move on. I love both his grandmother. I love his mom and his sister. His father is my God. But it is what it is.
right.
You ain't taught no better, you won't do no better.
Yep,
The scripture said a child is only good as the parent.
right.
And you can't deny the scripture. You can't deny the scripture, man.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Next
All right, hold on.
up, Fred.